Again. Okay, let's see. Is this actually working right this time? Welcome to Kitchen Sessions 002. Is this 001 or 002?
002.
002, because the last one was just like an intro to it.
Yep.
Okay, so thanks for waiting with us and stuff.
Oh, looks like we're good this time.
Okay, and we're seeing ourselves on our laptop here. Okay, good.
Okay, cool.
So okay, I don't know if we want to play that though, because we're here. Okay, great. So, hello, and let's start out with this.
Yeah.
Okay, so we are working on our book still. For those of you that are on, you probably have heard about it because you're some of our closest friends or followers so far. But we actually have our book called Simply Be, and it's a 52-day guided journal. If you haven't seen this yet on our page or whatever, it's an editing process, and here's a little sneak peek. This is going out to be edited this weekend. So, be looking out for that. Oh, look, there we are. Okay.
Okay, cool.
Alrighty. So, chime in if you guys are with us currently right now live, and let us know if you're seeing this this one that's not sideways, the wrong way. Go ahead, babe.
Okay, cool. We wanted to start this one out with just a little something fun. We wanted to share the story of how we met. Some of you guys that have already chimed in on the last one and will be on this one have heard our story, but there's many of you that have not heard our story.
Right.
So,
In a nutshell?
in a nutshell,
Probably?
like
Okay.
a little nutshell.
Okay, great.
So I am from originally the state of Florida, and you,
I'm from Oregon.
and we both moved to California for a couple of different reasons, but the same. And we actually met in Redding, California. We were going to Bethel Church and then to BSSM.
Bethel School of Supernatural Ministry, if you don't know.
Exactly.
Yes.
And but we actually met at a local coffee shop
We
called Breaking New Grounds. Thank you, Bill Grubbs, for starting Breaking New Grounds.
Yeah.
We loved working there, and
It was actually our favorite job
yep, pretty much.
in our working history. Yes.
Yep. So I had a job there for about a year, and then Chelsea came along, and then she got a job there,
I did.
and we became friends.
Yep.
Good friends.
Yep.
Sometimes awkward friends because we liked each other, but we weren't talking about it.
And
Mostly me.
here's a little side note, crazy thing. He smelled really good to me. And so one time I told him, I said, maybe you shouldn't smell so good. And he looked down at me because he was crawling up a ladder at that time while we were working. And he goes, what? It was great.
Hey, friend, we see you.
Hi, Fran.
That is Sarah Crockett. We call her friend
Yep.
without a D.
Yep. And hi, Rachel. We see you. Okay. Is Katie Mack on there too? And Erica was also, maybe Hillary. I think I saw Hillary's picture. Really cool. Okay. So all of you do know our story, but this is for other people. Also, one other fun fact thing, there was so much chemistry between us when we first met. And so we were working in close quarters, and we actually, when we would make espresso drinks at the bar, what? Yes.
Yes.
Well, our arms would touch.
We brushed arms.
Like his hair touched my arm, and I was like,
Just
oh
the
my
hairs.
gosh. It was like electricity.
It was electrical.
Yeah, it was. I don't know if you felt it or if you
I
were
actually
aware of
did.
it. You did?
I did.
Okay, seriously, this is the first time I've ever heard that.
9 years later, and she just now knows
I never knew
that I felt it
babe.
too.
Oh my gosh. Things you learn all the time. I don't even know.
I know.
Stinky.
Stinky.
He felt it too? Oh my gosh. Okay, so one of the other famous stories is that Jason didn't want to give me a hug, but he would hug all of our other friends and coworkers that we worked with and stuff.
Yeah, so I've always been a hugger, and probably
Yeah.
used to be even more of a hugger than I am now. I don't know why, but
Yeah.
I would hug everybody but Chelsea because I felt like or thought that if I hugged Chelsea, she would know that I liked her.
Yeah, because we knew that each other were really prophetic, so we thought we were going to pick up on
Which I
it.
kind of did the opposite.
Yeah.
Because she
I
began to
knew.
notice that she was the only one that I didn't hug. So
So anyways, I thought that he didn't really like me, even though I felt all this chemistry and stuff. And one day, a few months into our friendship and everything, he was like, hey, I want to talk to you. This is like a super short nutshell version. I want to talk to you. I've been noticing you, and I'm like, oh shoot, he is going to tell me to stop liking him, and I'm digging his chili too much. That's what somebody said. Digging his chili.
Insert Amanda.
Yeah, Amanda Gilbertson. If you're seeing this, yes, we still use that as a phrase.
Yes, we do.
Yes.
We talk about it to this day.
Yeah. So I was digging his chili, and I thought he was going to tell me to stop digging. Sick.
That's weird.
I know. So, anyways, but it was quite the opposite, and he told me all these things.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
Well,
list.
so then that's when I said, hey, you know, I am interested.
Yeah.
And then what was it, like a week or two later?
That we started officially dating.
Yeah, it was about a week or two later.
Mm-hmm.
I picked a cute little quaint Italian restaurant in town, and by that point, I had already gone down my mental list and decided that she was the one for me. That
Right.
she met all of my list, and I'm like, okay, I want to marry this person. But you know, you can't really ask someone to marry you on the first date, so.
But he did, sort of.
But I did, and I'll tell you
just-
how. I asked her to be my girlfriend, but before I asked, will you be my girlfriend, I said, I've decided that I'm not going to date any other girl, only the girl that I marry.
and I knew exactly who he was saying.
Will you be my girlfriend? So
Yeah.
I
I
asked her
felt the
without
weight of
asking
it.
her. Yeah, pretty funny.
Yeah, totally.
So-
the risk was really high, the stakes were high and stuff, and I felt all this pressure and
Yeah.
everything. It was a tough process for me, but I knew that by my spirit I was like, yes. Because, well, I had 12 dreams about him in a row. There were so many prophetic, crazy, awesome things going on. BTW, that doesn't always have to happen, but I just have to say that it wasn't something that I was expecting, because it sounds kind of like Hollywoodish, like supernatural version. And but I didn't expect all the chemistry and everything, and like just like the relationships that I had in the past and stuff. Like I was so kind of in my left brain, so logical about it and everything, and just like, okay, we have to know each other for 4 seasons, and I have to like know him and be able to trust every single thing about him and feel totally like right about it and blah blah blah. But as you guys probably know, when you know things by the Spirit, you're not going to be, it's not really going to fit with your logical brain all the time. So I feel like there's actually a reason why we're actually telling you guys about this, even those of you that know us really well, that we're saying again, because for those of you that are single, I feel like there's something that God's doing with an impartation that we're releasing right now, again, about our story. So basically we're telling you the testimony, and I know that a lot of people want to get married but aren't married yet. So press a little heart if you want to get married right now. We want to see you.
Come on, let's
Yeah,
see some
come on.
hearts.
Oh,
Come on.
Oh, there's some thumbs up.
Give us some more thumbs
heart,
up and hearts.
Heart.
Heart.
That's great.
Yeah. Bring on the
that's
hearts.
so cute and funny, you guys. Okay, great. So, I feel like we just asked our classroom to like raise their hands if they want to get married. So raise your hand if you want to get married. Okay, look at all those. That's hilarious, you guys. That's so funny.
Looks like Valentine's on our
Oh,
video.
it's totally cute. Okay, so interesting. The single stuff has really been on my mind lately, babe. I don't know about you and stuff, but Jason was the one that actually said we should tell our story today. But it's probably in honor of our anniversary being in 2 days. We'll be married for 7 years. So let's lean in a little bit here, because there's something to it. Actually, if any of you are getting anything right now, or if you actually can, ooh, this is good. Oh man, this is the beauty of going live. Ask right now some questions that have been on your heart in regards to being single or finding the one. And we'll actually answer those questions here. This isn't what we had planned to do, but I feel like there's something on it. So let's just see. We'll just keep talking and stuff and see if anybody asks a question or about something that you that you're learning. But I feel like there's a sense of breakthrough right now. And actually okay, so here it is. This is a breakthrough moment for me, testimony-wise, when Jason and I were still friends. Jason was about to leave to go to Florida to visit his family. This is while we were just friends, platonically friends, but it was after I sniffed him a lot and after we brushed arms a lot and didn't hug. But we spent a lot of time with each other. Aww,
Now we hug every day.
I tell him
We do.
He needs to hug me all the time, but he does.
Yeah.
So when he was about to leave, I was like, I'm going to miss you. And he's like, you are? And I'm like, well, yeah. And there was a moment, and it was like, I felt the potential of something being there. Okay, so if you're thinking, okay, some of you may not be at that point yet of having that type of like friendship or relationship with a guy, but I just want to give you hope, and I want to say that there's hope for you, and it's totally worth the wait, and to also have people in your life that can actually see the bigger picture, zoom out, and actually stand with you and actually helping to declare your husband coming in. Because sometimes there's just a breaker thing that happens. So like after Jason went to go visit his family, it was during that week, my mom was actually still living in Redding, California at the time. And I told her about it and I was totally frustrated. And I was like, what's going on with these guys and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I don't understand. Jason's so awesome. I don't know why he's not married yet. Like, I want to get married, Mom. And I was crying. I was like, done, D-O-N-E, done. Put a fork in it, friend. Our friend always says that.
I like that she's sharing this right now
Okay.
because I felt like we should share this because I think this is actually a key for some of you. So she's going to finish telling her part, and then I'm going to tell my part because there was actually something that took place for both of us before we even met each other, and I believe that is one of the that's key. That was key for us, so it could be key for some of you out there as well.
I think I know what you're going to be talking about.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So when I told my mom that stuff, and she said, "Okay, honey, it's time. It's time for your husband to come." And so we actually just prayed together, and I was like crying through it and stuff. And I felt something really shift. I felt an anointing on that. So I encourage you guys to, when you're going through, your lists of what you want in your future spouse, when you're going through, like, you find a friend that you're really interested in, or somebody catches your eye, or somebody's highlighted, something like that, to have people around you to really help stand with each other. So if you feel like you're at that point where you actually are ready, I encourage you to find that right person to stand with you. Oh, it said live video interrupt. Oh, we're fine. Did anybody write a question?
Not yet.
Okay. So that's cool. That's fine.
So that's...
Well, my mom stood with me and it was very authoritative. It was like super shifty and everything. Jason came back from his trip and he was like,
That's when things shifted.
It did. Go ahead.
I went towards her, and that's when we started talking and hanging out more and
Every day
and stuff
since
like
then.
that. Yeah. When I got back to California from Florida after seeing my family, she was the first that I called.
And why was that?
Because you were the one that I wanted to hang out with.
Because you're thinking about me.
Because I had been thinking about her. So to tell my side of the story before I met Chelsea, I don't remember if it was a couple of days or a week or whatever like that, but I got really passionate to find my wife. And the way I did that is I was making declarations every day.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
It was towards the end of that year before I met Chelsea. And I was declaring that I was going to meet my wife next year, 2008. That I was going to meet my wife in 2008. And I was saying that every day with passion. And it was at the beginning of 2008 that we met each other.
Yeah, it was.
So I was declaring it into being.
He was declaring it, yep. And I was like interceding.
And she was interceding.
So you can come about it, I just want to say you can come about it in really different ways. So I want to encourage you guys to not look necessarily for those like, I don't know what I want to say about that.
Just grab onto it.
Yeah, I just want to say that it looks different for every